Warning, this audio or video may contain explicit language or extreme views. Discretion is advised.
Hey, and we're live. Welcome, Pain Train Pipe Bomb, coming in live as of right now at the Dungeon, Brooklyn, New York. In the middle is a Sissalem, everybody knows her as that. Helen to her left.
Hello.
We're broadcasting again because everybody loves us so much that we have to be on every Thursday night. And there are already people that have joined. Welcome, everybody that's joined.
Hey, Joe.
Joe's on there. What's going on, Joe? So tonight's episode, or as we had this like little gap of fucking fresh air there, we're gonna rag on the airlines for our first episode tonight. But before we do that, I had a request. The request is being granted. We normally issue a certain award for our wrestling episodes. However, the first episode tonight, we're going to have one award given, and the second one is going to be in the second episode. So, award time.
It's the turd of the week.
Turd of the week goes to the New York Rangers in the first episode tonight because they suck ass and they fucking just blew it in the playoffs. Can you tell how angry I am?
Yep.
5 fucking choked leads in 2 rounds. You all can go fuck yourselves now. Anyway. So the airlines are in the news. As of recently, there was one that came up where an entire family got kicked off a flight because just so happens that their 2 kids were in car seats on the flight. And the airline people decided that they overbooked the flight, so they kicked the family off using the excuses of the kids being sitting in the car seats.
Oh, boy. I don't know. They use a lot of excuses to get those people off that plane.
Too many.
It's like the excuses never stopped. And the more people that they talked to, the more excuses came on the plane. Like, well, first they had uniform. I guess that, what are they, TSA agents?
I guess they had security people from the airline come in and decide to assist these people to kick the people off the plane. And they if you're going to come up with reasons, come up with actual viable reasons and not made up ones. Because if people on these airlines actually knew the rules, then these people wouldn't be getting kicked off the plane.
I mean, from what I'm understanding, from what I read, was that the seat was bought for the older son, who was, what, 18 or 17? No, they had an older son.
No, but
They said changed his seat or left on an earlier flight or something, so that this way they can have the little ones with them on the plane. So the first excuse they came up with was that because it wasn't who they said it was that was in the actual seat. That was the reason why they wanted him gone.
Well, the other reason...
Mistaken identities?
Well, the father of the family bought the seat for the 2-year-old, and the 2-year-old was sitting in a car seat. The 1-year-old in another car seat next to him, in between the 2 parents, because the father had the aisle seat, the mom had the window seat, and the 2 kids were in the middle. So, apparently the lovely airplane people, I guess the stewardesses on the flight or whatever, and the boarding people decided to try to kick them off because these 2 people had car seats. And they tried to use the excuse that the kids should have been held on the flight instead of being in these car seats, which takes up 2 seats on the plane that they probably overbooked for. And they wanted to kick the kids out of those seats and put the overbooked people in the said seats.
I mean, but do we know what the regulations are as far as holding a child
Believe it or
on
not,
a plane?
the FAA, and this has been researched, it was also in the article, and I give credit to the Washington Post for the article. The FAA clearly states that a child under the age of 5 should not be in a regular seat by themselves. They have to be in a safety-approved, restrained seat, which goes onto a regular plane seat. And that's how they travel. A child under the age of 5 cannot be held because you can't prevent any harm to the child and yourself if you are holding the child.
Yep.
So it's a catch-22 if you're going to go onto the plane and say, hey, we don't want you to have that kid in the car seat. We want you to hold them. And you're supposedly trained by the airlines throughout every airport, TSA included, should know this regulation.
Yeah. No, it's true.
So the family, the whole incident, it was on YouTube, happened on April 23rd. However, the news didn't make national media until May 6th of last week.
Yeah.
Which is a problem. Because now you look at almost a 2-week window of things happening and nobody knows about it.
Yeah, but there's been a lot of things happening. A lot of fist fights and, bullshit stuff going on.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Which I think was all brought because of that, of course, the one guy that was kicked off the plane.
Oh, Dr. David Dow.
The involuntary ripping of this man off the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Things have always gone on, but until that happens, nothing like that ever blew up like that on the news.
Well, we welcome the 4 viewers that have been in and out of the video. We welcome you to the Pipe Bomb. We're currently discussing airline incidents that have been happening over the last few months.
And it's happening in infrequent spurts.
Well, it's not even the spurts, but it just so happens to be that it's only on, from the research that I've done as of late, 2 separate airlines. One's United and one is Delta.
One's Delta.
So between the two of them, they really need to get their acts together or retrain these people that are selling the tickets or working the flights. And no, I'm not saying that people are doing the Mile High Club when they're saying working the flights. So get your minds out of the gutter, motherfuckers. But it seems to be like all of these incidents are happening like before they're taking off. Not on while they're in the air or they're landing or whatever. It's all pre-flight.
Of course.
There was another one that was listed in the same article. There was a whole bunch of them, and I only have like 2 or 3 of them, where a guy got up to literally use the bathroom before the flight took off.
Right.
And they kicked him off the plane. They're boarding the plane. He went to go take a piss, and he got kicked off the flight.
Yeah, but apparently you're not supposed to do that, though. Like, once you board and you're sitting, you're supposed to be sitting.
But if you still have people boarding the flight, you're not preventing anybody. You're not preventing the plane from taking off.
I understand. But my thought is, what's with the overbooking shit that's been going on? Like, and in all fairness, like, now with that doctor guy that was on the plane, he was by himself. But what happens if somebody is randomly selected on that plane and you have an entire family there with you? Do they pull somebody out of a family and take them off the plane? Is that how it works?
Going back to that whole incident, the incident with the family with the 2 younger kids, that whole family got pulled off the flight.
But that's a whole family. I understand it's a whole family. But what happens if you are randomly selected, like that doctor was? He didn't want to get off the plane. They asked him. He said no, and they ripped him off the plane.
Well, it's not
now,
like
what happens if you're traveling with your family? And
That's
somebody approaches you and says, you have been randomly selected to be removed from this airline.
I'm gonna turn around and say, what did they fucking pick my number out of a hat?
This is what I mean.
I didn't get a chance to draw sticks or twigs or whatever.
How do they pick these people? Like, how is this random selection process done?
I don't.
Like, if I was flying on a plane with my child, just say it was the 2 of us, and they came up to me and said, your seat has been selected as the one that's going to be taken off the plane today. And I turn around and say that I have a child. Does she have to come too? And then they look at you and then they, I don't know what their policy is as far as, but why should somebody, somebody, like, do you remember when you used to fly and you used to sit standby in the airport and you waited until somebody wasn't,
it was a cancellation, or they didn't make the flight.
A place on the plane for those people to get on, and those were the standby people. So now why are those people that are now waiting, like if they overbook a flight, why should they have to take people off the airline to fill it with somebody else who's standing there? Like, I don't understand where the priority is to get those people on that plane.
They probably don't have their priorities straight.
It's you know what? At this point, it kind of bears down to one thing, and it's a hairy topic.
It is.
I mean, like fucking Cookie Monster hairy, but maybe they do it by fucking they do it like by some racial discrimination type thing.
I don't
Because
know
you're
about that.
But
because
that's
quite a
federal
few.
offense, though.
I understand that it's a federal offense, but in all of these cases that you've seen so
Federal
far,
violation.
the one guy that took the piss was a black guy.
All right, but
The
but
guy
all-
that got
boy.
beaten up and dragged off the plane was an Oriental guy.
all right, but
Okay.
then for the same
Now
note-
these people that got
but
taken
this
off this
family
other
was-
plane
but this
were
family-
Spanish.
Oh,
So
boy.
maybe, just maybe, I'm not saying.
But
It's a
there's a pattern.
possibility.
I
You're
don't
There's
know.
saying there's a pattern.
There's a pattern of it's not like a normal white guy that's business class suit or $500 watch or whatever. These are fucking people that are just traveling on a fucking commercial flight.
I don't know. I just find the random selection weird. I just think it's weird.
That sounds
I
very
just,
coincidental.
but I just don't understand the whole, again, where it transferred from that standby shit to getting people and ripping them off the airline, the airplane to get those other people on. It makes
I have
absolutely
to
no
have to
sense.
reply to one of the comments on the screen. It says we are seeing a lot of cleavage tonight. This is 2 weeks in a row we've had cleavage, so get used to it. It happens.
I'm sure they're enjoying the view.
And whatever viewer that just jumped off after I made the cleavage comment,
Oh boy.
this is not censored. The cursing is galore on this, so just deal with it.
See, Chris, though, this is what you need on your show, is a lot of this going on. Maybe you'd get more people to watch. I mean, there's a lot of people as it
Increase
is,
viewerships?
but
Okay.
shit, come on. This is like the selling point right here.
Sex sells.
Yes, it does, and we promote it on this show. But overall, like this whole fucking, Karasu said yes, laughing out loud. What's going on, Steven? How are you? But just in general, like I fly. I don't fly a lot,
Nothing
and it's not really my preferred method of travel. I'd rather drive and kill myself at the same time by doing that. But that's besides
Oh
the point.
boy.
Because then you got to deal with all those other assholes that are out on the roads.
Oh,
They
yeah,
don't know how to
especially screaming
drive.
kids or
The ones that are
whatever.
senile that have Coke bottle glasses that are
Oh,
like fucking
yeah.
that thick. But at the same rate, though, you see a lot of stupid shit in the airports.
No, I know.
Oh yeah.
And to see half of these things... Now, mind you, this is supposed to be the best way to travel.
It turns out to be other people's worst nightmare.
But to me, though, like now, I'm not sitting there wanting to fucking board a flight knowing the fact that I might get kicked off for their fucking stupidity.
But nowadays, United Airlines is offering money for for giving up their seats.
I mean, I feel like
That-
they have to offer you something.
They
If
ha-
you're
yeah,
supposed to be
compensation,
someplace, if you're
yes.
flying someplace for an occasion or a business trip or just a freaking family vacation.
As a matter of fact,
and you have to be someplace on time, or somebody's picking you up from the other end of the airport, wherever you're going.
touching up on that. As a matter of fact, my parents did get offered money and a nice hotel room for the night.
But that doesn't compensate the fact that you're on this flight, you have all of your itinerary set for your trip, regardless of whether you're going away or you're coming back. To get fucking taken off a flight and not know whether you have another follow-up flight behind you. I mean, a lot of business people are going on these commercial flights. If they've got a 9 o'clock meeting the next morning, they're leaving, let's say, California at like fucking 7, which means they're not getting back till like fucking 2 a.m. in the morning.
Well,
Red
that's-
eye.
You know, you don't know if there's another backup flight. There is no contingency plan after you've already booked this flight.
But that's what I want to know, what happened to that family, because there was no follow-up.
They slept in the fucking
after
airport.
that. And then the guy pretty much came on the thing, and he said, well, what are we supposed to do? And they said, you're on your own. So, like, what did they do? They had little kids. They were taken off the flight. So what do? You sit in an airport now until they freaking...
That's exactly what
put
ended
you
up happening.
someplace
They
else?
fucking
Did
spent
they
the rest of the night in the
Did they
airport.
replace their seats? Did they give them seats on another flight that they paid for? Or did they have to purchase new ones? I mean, like, how does that work?
That's almost like me saying I'm going to donate fucking $400 to an airline. I'm not going to even take the flight.
You know, I don't know. It just, to me, it doesn't make any sense.
The fucking brain dead idiots that fucking that run our airlines can't even fucking take care of security properly. That they're fucking going to start kicking people off of flights.
But security is a whole other issue in itself.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
That's another.
just think
That's
about all
another
the
cat in
things
the
that have
bag.
gotten through the airports. Think about all the freaking searches. Now the searches are getting a little crazy too. Because did you see a couple of weeks ago there was a boy in the airport? He was 9, and how long they searched him for? And like
What?
almost like inappropriately touched him, searched
Oh,
him.
jeez.
They inappropriately touch everybody.
But for a
How
child,
many times I got poked in the groin with that
But-
fucking metal
but
detector?
you as an adult is different. If you're standing there and your child at less than 10 years old is being searched repeatedly and touched all over the place. Wouldn't you feel that was going a little overboard? Because I, as a parent, would be like a crazy person.
I'd be
if
fucking
somebody
popping
was
them in the fucking
touching my
mouth.
head.
Don't touch my kid like that.
Exactly.
Fuck that.
You know, I mean, I know people try to do things, and I mean, there are ways that people get things on planes. Don't get me wrong.
I'd fucking shiv 'em.
And sometimes they use their kids, and I can understand that. Don't get me wrong. But how long can you touch a kid in his freaking crotch area and try to see if there's something there?
First off, what the
Come on.
fuck in anybody's right mind would they put in a kid's crotch area?
That's what I like to know
But you never
too,
know.
but I don't think I wanna.
If you're gonna do that, you might as well just fucking scream out, "Who, child abuse? I'm fucking my kid up to transfer fucking drugs across the border."
Either
You
that,
fucking morons.
Either that or the security person frisking them is a pedophile.
Well, then they shouldn't be fucking working in the airport
Thank
anyway.
you.
Great background check on that point.
Exactly.
Fucking morons.
But
Holy shit.
I don't know. But I don't know. It just puts you in a, it puts you in a very weird position, especially going,
Absolutely.
traveling. It makes you not want to freaking travel by plane. And it really is the easiest way to travel. It is.
It's much faster but more expensive at the same time, though.
Yes and no, but let me tell you something. Freaking Amtrak is much more expensive than taking a flight.
See, that's the
I
irony.
have friends that live.
I'd rather
not
be in a
so
train wreck than a fucking plane wreck. At least I might have a chance of being alive.
I mean, I have friends that live not so far away, and I was looking into going to go see them, and it would cost me less to fly down there than it would to take a freaking Amtrak.
Well, they only live halfway down the United States.
Yeah, but still.
But also
still.
think how many times fucking Amtrak's got to stop.
Yeah.
But not to mention, there have been cases of derailments with Amtrak.
Again, I'd rather be derailed and still be alive than in a plane and blown up.
I see your point.
At least there might actually be some remnants of me left. In a plane, everything fucking burns up. Your hair, your teeth, everything else. The whole 9 yards. On a train, there might be like a testicle laying around. I don't know.
That's nice. That's nice.
But you still identify me by my testicle, though.
Who's
DNA.
able to identify you by your testicle? Me?
Polymerase chain.
Listen, all I gotta do is plug a fucking skin cell out of my testicle, and you know who I am.
Polymerase chain reaction. That's where it's at.
We welcome everybody that's joined, jumped in, jumped out.
What's going on?
Yes, Mike, you are numbnuts. Even though you're calling me numbnuts, but you're very numbnuts.
Oh, one nut. Oh boy.
So basically, to the people that are just showing up, that have popped in, popped out, we're talking about the airlines, any issues that, like,
Grievances and what have you.
fuck the grievances. It's the fucking people that work at the airports that don't know what the fuck they're doing.
No.
The fucking morons.
And what about the plane delays?
You know
How
what?
about that?
Before we go any further, give me that freaking paper with the phone number on it.
Okay, we're going to share the phone number.
We're going to share it early. If anyone's got any kind of input about any kind of traveling
Give us a
situation,
call.
if you have a horror story, if you've been on a plane and hated every fucking second, if you've been on a train and hated every fucking second, and you want to call us and talk to us about it, this is the number.
We'll just make this a general travel episode, even though the airlines are like the happening thing to get fucked with these days.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a toll-free number. It's a Google number. You're not calling long distance. You know, and just to mention that we are airing the phone number after the video is over. This is being recorded at 7 p.m. Thursday night on, what's today's date? The 11th?
Yes.
Okay, the 11th. Don't call the number after the episode's over unless we post it, because I woke up and there was like 12 missed calls, and
Oh my God.
people watched the video and tried calling, and it's not.
This is only live. Well, it says it's live, and after it's not live anymore. So please don't call the number.
Yes.
Don't. But now, call it.
Yeah, call it now if you want
Call it now.
to, comment to the show.
You know.
You know what I do hate about the airlines? Now that the whole thing is, oh, we got a call
Ooh, here we go.
right there and then. Holy shit!
Here we go.
Shit.
You're on the pipe bomb.
Hey, what's up, Rick?
What's going on?
Not much. Yeah, man. As far as the whole thing with the planes, man, like flying is hell, man. I went last year to Mexico with my ex, and well, actually it was Mexico. I went to Miami, then went on a cruise from Miami into Mexico. It's Cozumel, Mexico. Man, they gave us hell trying to get there. Even from trying to get from New York to Miami and Miami back. It was hell, man. Like, they checked you for everything. Certain things, like my ex, she tried to bring some, I think, like liquor or something like that. No, not even liquor. Like lotion on a plane. It's like, you can't bring that. on a carry-on bag. It's like security there is crazy, but as I think one of the ladies said, security there, they let anything go through, and it's like it's crazy. It's really crazy. Like, I don't know what to say, man.
Yeah, well, they're funny with stuff that they put in their bag with your bags though, like because you have to have certain restrictions on how big things are when you pack them on your carry-on bags. But in your regular bag that goes onto the plane, I don't think there's anything.
Nope.
No, they're still anal with certain things. Like if you try to disguise a lighter on the plane, they'll find that in the X-ray scan, or if something looks like a dildo, they don't want that on the plane. Like I said, they get very anal about stuff you put in your bags too, because they X-ray those. They don't just fucking put them on the plane.
Said anal and talked about a dildo.
Yep.
It refers back to one of our
right there.
earlier stories and episodes, but
dear heaven.
Well, not for nothing though. You get that little fucking that scanner thing. They put it in your crotch. They run up the crust of your asshole with it. I don't know. He got disconnected. He's calling back. Sorry about that, brother. I don't know what happened.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. That's all right. But yeah, like also too, like as far as like like checking stuff like that. Like I remember when like going to Miami, they put me like in this big ass. It was like a big ass machine. This shit like it shows you everything. Like everything. And I remember, I had in my wallet, I had a credit card knife. They caught that shit. I said, oh shit. I had to unfortunately throw it out. That kind of ripped a part of my heart because that's my favorite. I was like my favorite concealed weapon. But anyway, they're very, as you said, they're very anal with like checking things and security stuff like that. And then top of it all, certain bags have to weigh a certain amount, or if not, you got to pay. So I'm like. And the payment is they gotta pay like $35 to $50 just to fucking just like the extra shit. I'm like, are you serious?
I know.
Is that if I pay like $600 or $400 something dollars on the airplane, I gotta pay more money for this shit? Are you serious? And then top of it all, the food there is expensive. Come on, like it's just ridiculous, man. New York prices, it's just no, but yeah, like it's really crazy, like just flying. It's like you just get so discouraged, they go anywhere. It's like, all right, fuck, I'm just staying out. Or just like they go around the block, around the area, or as one of you said, I take Amtrak. But actually, I will basically agree on Rick on this one. As far as like taking either a train or a plane, I would rather take a train than a plane because the plane apparently not only burn up, but what if basically you fall into the water? And of course, what's in the water? Jaws and his best friend. And it'd be a feeding frenzy.
Yes, mutual minds do think alike on that point.
Come on.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I don't know. I still think I'd rather fly. I know we're hating on planes, but
okay, listen. Like certain as far as like planes, yes, I would like from New York to California, absolutely. Florida, it depends. You know what
Florida
I'm saying?
In 2 hours as opposed to like a whole freaking day on a train?
Not for nothing. I'd rather fucking the Florida trip. I probably would actually drive. The only reason why I would say I would drive is at least I get to see the sights on the way down there.
Yeah.
Go to places I've never been. Like I want to go to like maybe the Marlboro factory in like fucking Virginia or some shit. Maybe pick up a carton or two.
That's an option, though.
But I'd rather do that though.
If you want to start your freaking vacation, you want to fly down there and be there in 2 hours. I went down there with
what do
I went down there with my daughter. It took 2.5 hours. We had the whole freaking night. That was awesome.
Right.
Who wants to see? Like, I don't think I could have sat with her at 5 years old on a train for freaking a whole day and a half to get to Florida.
Are we there yet?
No. Actually, as far as Florida, I would fly down to Florida, of course. But like Virginia, train. North Carolina, train.
Yeah. I think I would even drive, probably. I'm just saying. I mean,
I feel you on that. I understand. I totally understand. Yeah, I totally understand.
Well, the question you have to ask yourself is, what do you value, your time or your money?
I value the vacation. Fuck that.
That's a good question. That's a very good question. Like nowadays, as far as vacation, it's like people getting a little discouraged during vacation because it's gotten so expensive now. It's not even funny anymore. It's like damn, to get on a plane and then you gotta hotels and stuff like that. It's gotten so. It's like rent in New York right now. It's like damn. It's like do I really want to move somewhere else or no? That it's crazy. It's just so much, man. So much.
I know.
You know, it leads people. It just leads people to be dubious. You know, it's crazy. Vocabulary word dubious.
Mary Trevelli says, "Hey, I'm listening."
What's up, Mary?
All right, bro.
You.
We got a few other people texting me in to call in, so I got to clear the line a little bit.
Got you, man. I'll catch you later.
All right, man.
Later. All right, later.
All right, bye. So for those who've joined, we're taking phone calls about airline incidents, bad travel things, all the bullshit in the news with people getting dragged and bloodied off trains and little children getting dragged off because people don't believe they should be in a car seat on a plane. The fucking morons. TSA, you really fucking need to fix your shit, man, because damn.
Oh wait, I found the other article that I was looking for.
Which one was that?
All right, the woman was on. She was a nurse from Kansas City, and she was on the plane, and she asked if she could use the bathroom because she has an overactive bladder, which she told them from the time she got on the plane. So she asked the stewardess if she can get up to use the bathroom, and they told her no, and she said, well, then, joking around, said to them, well, just give me a cup, I'll do it right here. And the stewardess gave her a cup.
Boy.
So what she did was she peed in the cup from her seat, and when they allowed her to, she was able to get up from her seat and take that cup full of her pee to the bathroom to empty it. But while she did that, they all, everybody had to look at her carrying a cup of pee down the freaking aisle of the plane.
First off, if that were at any regular place, like, like an eatery or something like that, that's indecent exposure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You got arrested for that. Mm-hmm. You spent a night in jail, $500,000 fine, whatever. First off, that's inexcusable. Mm-hmm. If somebody was peeing in a cup next to me on the fucking plane,
I'd be skeevied out.
Fuck that. I'd be throwing up all over them. Because I don't want to be sitting on a plane watching somebody urinate into a cup. Yes, I said urinate, not piss. Okay? Fuck you. I changed the terminology. Don't care. Okay? Anyway, I don't want to be seeing that.
Well, this is exactly what it says. It says Harper said flight attendants would not allow her to get out of her seat and use the bathroom until the captain turned off the seatbelt sign. She said, after explaining I had an overactive bladder and would either need to use the bathroom or pee in a cup, I was handed a cup by the flight attendant. You would think peeing in a cup on an airplane in front of my family and strangers would be the worst of the story, but the way I was treated by flight attendants afterwards was worse. She said attendants shamed her by saying they would be filing a report that she would have to speak to the pilot after landing. She also told her that they would need to call a hazmat team to clean the row of seats where she had used the cup. She said there was absolutely no mess, but they made sure that everyone around her knew it.
What does she have, like toxic waste coming out of her fucking cooch?
Whatever it is.
It's not like a boric acid that'll eat through the fucking plane.
No, it's not.
I don't need a fucking hazmat team. Well, if I was taking a shit on the plane, maybe, just maybe, a hazmat team would be used. But in that case, I don't know.
Now, this is also a United flight. I just wanted to let you all know.
United Airlines, you're on the hook, man.
United fucking Airlines.
That's strike. Shit. That is strike 2. United. Really?
United's had so many issues over the fucking...
Oh, my goodness.
It's just fucking bullshit with what they fucking do.
Here's a question for you guys. How often do you experience flight delays or cancellations?
Yeah, call in. The number.
I'd like to know. I am curious.
Call in anybody who's got actual airline stories to share with cancellations or delays.
Oh yeah.
Or retards that are allowed to pee in their seat on the plane. Like things like that.
Emergency landing.
These are the things we want to know.
Well, I have another tidbit to add to that.
Uh-oh.
Another United incident right before the freaking, before they ripped the guy off the plane. Do you remember a couple of months back when United decided to ban people from wearing leggings on a flight?
What?
Laugh all you want.
Man.
But think about all the women who are in this leggings revolution that's going on right now.
Oh, dear
and they get
God.
on a flight. They most certainly did. They told women if they were wearing leggings, they were not allowed to be on the flight.
Yeah, that is true.
It was a news report. It was all over the place.
I missed that one.
I'm telling you, they said they were
Holy Mary, Mother of
inappropriate dress for the flight.
Since when was there a dress code for flights?
Well, now apparently there is.
There was also, I actually just did, I'm Googling a few other things here while we're on.
That's exactly what I'm doing, because
They actually banned laptops from being used on flights.
Yes, now they did that.
Okay.
But now all these flights do have Wi-Fi on the planes.
Yeah, that
Because
I've
now
heard.
a lot of people need to travel and do their work while they're sitting on a 30-hour flight.
Or
And that's
whatever,
kind of
I don't know.
exaggerated, 30-hour flight, maybe a 7-8 hour flight where they're going across the water or whatever. But at the
Across
same
the
rate, though,
oceans,
like,
that sort of thing, yeah.
yeah, I can understand the phone signal, but if you guarantee like Wi-Fi on a plane, you shouldn't be banning a laptop, unless maybe the laptop's got a bomb in it. I don't know.
I don't know, but there's bless you.
Sorry,
But there's
thank
so
you.
many freaking security things. Like now, I'm of course because I'm reading that article. I just wanted to make sure I knew what I was talking about. You know, like you talk about security and how I said before, like how they search you thoroughly and the whole big thing and everything's supposed to be so secure and the whole big thing. This one just said a passenger who thought she was traveling from Newark to Paris was mistakenly allowed to board a United flight to San Francisco. So you mean to tell me they didn't check her boarding passes? You know, like they check you at every single fucking 5 feet
wait.
of the airport?
Before we even
Come
get to that
on.
far,
Oh,
before we
boy.
even get to that far of being boarded on a flight instead of Paris to California or Bumblefuck or wherever the fuck she went, that person's a fucking moron. Okay, plain
That
and simple.
person's not doing their job right.
But it's not even the person that did their job. Okay, this one, I'm sorry to say, I put this on the brain dead moron that went to the wrong gate.
Well, I
Plain
don't
and
know.
simple.
I
You
think
went to
that's
the
both.
wrong gate. How the fuck can you mistake a number or the code for the gate? If you're going to Paris, let's say they say gate 21, and you go to gate 12, and it's in the wrong fucking direction, or maybe it's
Unless that person has severe dyslexia.
But even still, they've
Still,
coped
it's not
with it
even
at that
an excuse.
point.
There's words. There's words.
Exactly.
Paris doesn't look like freaking
San Diego, wherever
I mean,
it was.
Come on. I mean, like you're looking at the freaking thing and there's signs everywhere. And not only that, but they check you every freaking 5 feet in the airport. Your ID, your boarding pass, your ID, your boarding pass,
Oh,
your ID, your
yeah.
boarding pass. So, I mean, how does that happen? How do you get on the wrong flight?
That's
How do you
what I
get
want
on
to know.
First of all, it has to be kind of funny when you end up in freaking California and go, wow, where's the fucking Eiffel Tower? I mean, come on. And it's, I mean,
Or the Notre Dame Cathedral.
I mean, but still, I'm just saying, like, how does that happen? How does that freaking happen? I don't get it. I
I
just
don't know,
don't get
people
it.
never
Again,
see-
I still
can
have
say
to
this.
blame the fucking passenger.
Yes, but people amaze me. Really, they really do.
It just makes
But
no
there's a
sense.
lot of
It
fucking
makes
brain dead
absolutely no
idiots
sense.
that work in the fucking airport.
Oh, that's true too. However, there's one other thing though. The reason for some of these delays and these so-called delays or what have you, apparently there's a shortage of airline controllers, airline controls.
First off, I have this article, and it has to do with the airplanes and security and everything else. Okay? Now, mind you, this article comes from last year in October.
Okay,
Okay? October.
last fall.
Yes. A man was found sitting in the airport, half naked,
Oh dear.
dead, with his dick in a sardine can.
Oh, shit.
And
We're
a
back to
slice
this
of
again.
ham,
Whoa!
a
We're
slice of
back to this
ham
again.
put in his ass crack. Now, mind you, this wasn't the United States, but it's in an airport overseas in the UK.
Whoa.
Okay, now to the people that are listening right now, if you're walking through an airport, you see a half-naked man with his dick stuck in a sardine can and a ham hock, like, gently caressing his ass crack, would you not fucking say,
What is this?
well, what the fuck is this? Why has not anybody seen this? Why? First off, it boggles my mind that the security in the airport has all these fucking cameras every 5 feet throughout a fucking terminal,
And yet they missed this one.
And they just so happen to miss this guy dead, sitting in a chair with ham up his ass, his dick in a sardine can, and he's just fucking
Oh,
motionless.
what a graph. Oh, what graphics. Lovely.
No, there's no pictures actually of this incident,
No.
because that would be extremely graphic, and I don't think any news report would want to.
No, it's called censorship.
But at the same rate, though, I mean, this shows how well airport security really can be. God.
I don't know.
It just, like, the whole airline thing is fucking baffling to begin with.
The whole airline industry is a disgrace.
Well, if they had actually smarter people running it, then we wouldn't have to worry about this now, would we?
I don't know. I just think every one of them has their little glitches, but you don't hear about it as much, except for the last couple of months because
that's
it's
because of
been
social media and
but
people
it's
getting there.
Primarily been two airlines, major ones that have been having all these, incidences.
Yeah.
So Delta and United, and
they're on the shit list for sure.
Get your fucking ass in gear, man.
I don't know. Do they deserve a special award?
The Turd Award.
Yeah, you guys have both graded the Turd Award again.
Mm-hmm.
It's the second time we're playing the Turd Award again. We'll be on for the next 10 minutes. If anybody wants to call in with any horror stories about flights, how maybe like some of the flights, were actually good. Maybe if you gave us a positive story, we won't kill Delta United. But at this point right now, they're just getting thrown the award.
It's the Turd of the Week.
So Delta United, you both share the Turd of the Week award again.
Tie.
Although the Rangers got it the first one, but
Tie for second Turd Award.
Yeah. So
Anybody out there?
Karasu has just said that they've made the list.
100% they made the freaking list.
If that was about a week earlier, they would definitely have been announced as the list on the show.
That's why I flew JetBlue last time. TVs.
I actually got to tell you, I like JetBlue.
I like JetBlue too.
JetBlue's nice.
They have good snacks.
Yes, those Terra chips are awesome.
They
The blue
really
ones,
good
though.
snacks
the
on
blue
JetBlue.
Terra chips, it's unique because it's on JetBlue and the Terra chips are kind of blue, purple, whatever. But it's almost the same color.
Keep up with the snacks, JetBlue.
Because I noticed though, JetBlue is only one of the few flights that actually offer snacks.
What happened to the food on the planes? Did they stop that?
Yeah,
and they don't
did.
give peanuts anymore because of allergies.
Yep.
No, you know what I
that?
find really fucked up about flights these days?
What?
They don't take cash.
No, they don't.
Everything
take
is
cash.
now pure plastic.
What's up, Kayla?
If you jump on a flight and you only have credit cards, you're great. But somebody like me that I like to spend cash because it's available to me on a flight or in the airport, then I'd rather just throw them a 5 spot for my drink and my chips. But I don't want to fucking use my credit card.
But what happens if you don't have a credit card? I don't have one.
Well, then you're a fucking hungry bastard not eating anything on the flight.
You're going to have to wait until you land, unfortunately.
Can I just make you pay for my chips?
They still give you...
I'd have to be on the flight first,
Oh, dear God. But then again, they still... they do give you complimentary drinks, which is not so terrible.
By the way, just for Karasu.
You know what? You just made the list!
There you go. We're very multi-talented and faceted on this show. Eddie just got out of work. Welcome, Eddie. Welcome, Kayla. Welcome, Mark. We're getting all likes. Yes. Thank you for those.
Cool.
So, just in case you're just joining us, we're talking about the airlines.
Travel grievances.
Travel grievances. You got 7 minutes if you want to call in. There's the phone number. Also, don't forget to look us up on YouTube. It's Patreon Pipe Bomb. 1 word, not 2. On Facebook, it is the 2-word split for Pipe Bomb.
Whatever, you'll find it.
It's on there.
You'll find it.
If not, ask me. I'll send you the message with the link. Yeah, subscribe, find us on YouTube, make the channel huge, because we've already had quite a few listeners on there, and they love our material. But in the meantime, if you want, we enjoy all the love that you guys are giving us. And, just the whole airline thing is kind of fucking crazy to multiple extents.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of shit goes on.
Yep.
Makes you not want to go anywhere or do anything.
Like I said, I'd rather drive. I'm sorry. I mean, sometimes it's a long distance, but you know what? The sightseeing is a little bit better. You go to places you've never thought you'd go to see. Like if I drove to Dallas, I probably would see the Alamo.
Yeah.
You know, there's a whole bunch of other shit. You can go to like St. Louis and all of those other things in those those bumblefuck states in the middle. You know, the Mississippi River is all there. That's all nice stuff.
I mean,
you know?
there's a lot of nice stuff. Don't get me wrong.
Plenty.
But still, I mean, sometimes you don't have that time, or or a reliable vehicle to do the driving across the country that I would think that.
No, that's why you rent a car.
Exactly.
Yeah, but still.
Because then if your car breaks down, they have to give you another one. And normally all the cars that you usually rent are within like a year or two of being brand new.
Oh, yeah.
So if anything really goes wrong, you blame the fucking...
You know, like in my head, I could see me standing on one of those like dead roads where, like where the freaking like tumbleweed goes rolling past me or something, and then like the waves of the heat, like you see them down the road. Like I could see that happening to me. Because that's the kind of luck I have.
But that would only be a feel like driving out in like Arizona or something.
Yeah, but I've been there and that's happened. So,
oh, man.
Not with the tumbleweed, but with, like with the heat.
I would be the
road.
one to find one and just roll it right past you. And be like, yeah, here's your fulfillment of your dream.
And completely
tumbleweed.
off topic. I just wanted to let you know this. I've actually seen a Roadrunner, a real one. Okay? And like when you're little and you see the Roadrunner cartoon and you think it's this big fluffy ostrich looking thing, a real Roadrunner is only a little tiny thing. It kind of looks like a skinny chicken with less fur, with less feathers.
Now,
It's scary looking.
Now,
Sorry, I've seen it.
Speaking of the Roadrunner, our next episode is definitely a tune-in episode. It's obviously Throwback Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
We are really throwing back Thursday in our next episode. So you definitely need to tune in. They're nasty, snotty, dumb assholes.
Who
is that to the Roadrunners or
the
to
Roadrunners?
to the airline?
That's a good question.
That one just came out of nowhere. Like I have no idea what that really was.
Kayla, clarify here a little bit.
Clarify
be
it a little
specific.
bit. Now, just remind you that there is a delay from when people were watching it on their phones to now.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah,
there
that
might
can
be like a
happen.
little bit of a thing, but she'll definitely answer.
I think she just did. Yep, airlines.
Yes, the airlines. Okay.
All right,
yeah,
now it makes
well,
sense. Yeah, it makes more sense.
Yeah, and there's just no way to make anything better. It's just way too fucked up. So what we're gonna do is we started recording 42 minutes ago. What the fuck, Mark says. Mark, I don't know what the fuck is. You have to be more specific.
Are you talking about my Roadrunner story? Because
Anything's possible.
I had to throw that in because I was so like, I don't know. I was weirded out by the Roadrunner.
Yes, Kayla, we miss you too. And
You
maybe if you and Eric, you and Eric want, maybe we'll get you guys to sit down one time. We'll get a bigger space, and we'll have like a round table type thing going, and then.
Oh come on, Kayla, that would be.
And I guarantee you, when Jimmy comes back. However, if you're kind of wondering the reason why he's still not here, he gave the Stanley Cup back up in fucking
Toronto,
the
Hall of Fame, and he apologized to Phil Pritchard.
And he's now currently auditioning for The Walking Dead for November. I thought they had all these things like recorded or whatever, and apparently they don't. They're looking for more people, so the photo's not available thanks to whoever's recording The Walking Dead. But AMC is trying to recruit our guy and take us away from the show. But at the same point, he'll be back. They have to air the episodes, and he'll be out of work, so he'll be coming back over here again. So that's why he's not here. He's doing a really great makeup job, and the hair's all fucked up, and raggedy ass clothes. Just to let you know.
Come back, Jim. Come back.
Yes, Jim.
We miss you, big boy.
You ran around with the Stanley Cup without me. Now you're doing Walking Dead without. You fucking hurry up. All right, we're giving one last chance for a phone call. Anybody?
Hold on. There it is.
There's the phone number. One
Use
last
it,
phone
people.
call.
Use it.
We'll be waiting, hopefully.
All right.
If not, well, we'll be signing off. And the next episode, again, about 15, 20 minutes from now, will be the Throwback Thursday episode. We will be revisiting our childhoods in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
In which all the things that we've grown up to play with, wear, watch, use, it's going to be a really big episode. So whoever's in this episode now, be prepared. Share the video when we go live next time.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
This
We're
is
just
going to be
taking
a big participation one for this next one.
Yes,
so
the
if
phone
you
will
have
be
30
open.
seconds to make a phone call to call us to participate, definitely do it. Because let me tell you, it's going to be freaking funny.
Ooh, we got a call.
We got a call.
All right, let's go.
You're on the pipe bomb.
Hello, Mister.
What's up?
How are you?
Hi,
Doing
Miss
great, Kayla. So what's do you have any horror stories for the airlines?
We're in travel?
The airlines are all a bunch of assholes. The economy is coming to be assholes.
Well, you missed the technology episode last week. You would have had fun with that one.
Listen, I'll tell you this. I'll run for president in 2020 and everybody will get paid.
I will vote for you guys.
As long as you make me vice president. At least I can spell potato.
I'll be president, you'll be vice president, and Melissa will be Secretary of State.
Sweet! Already.
So that means all of our listeners start looking out for those posters because we'll be putting those up.
I love you guys.
I
Love you
too. We got to hang soon.
We start bowling again on the 23rd.
Nice.
Fantastic.
All right, guys, I love you. I'll wait for your next one.
All
Okay.
right,
Throwback Thursday. Wait. So since your next one is Throwback Thursday, can I throw my husband at you for Throwback Thursday?
That's possible, although I don't know if he's going to fit through the screen.
Oh.
It is a pretty small screen. Speechless.
Crickets.
Okay, you're going to want to call for this next one, I'm telling you.
All right, I will.
All right, baby girl. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
All right, bye.
So we thank Karasu and Caleb for calling in on the episode.
What?
Why are you posting my number? Aaron, that's not your phone number. You know that's not your phone number. Yours starts with like 718-555.
I mean, I can if you want me to. I have it right on my phone. I'll put it right onto the camera.
Unless he has that famous 8675309 number.
I don't think Marina would love that because he'd be getting phone calls all night.
The question is, would he complain?
I don't know if he complained, but I think his wife would.
Ooh.
And we get a lot of hot listeners on the show, so you definitely, he might not appreciate that.
Nah.
All right, so we're going to sign off for now. We will be back. Again, next episode is going to be Throwback Thursday.
15 minutes.
15-20 minutes. We're just going to take a slight breather and
Intermission.
huge episode, so calls galore, hopefully, to everybody that's watching, and we'll hopefully get more listeners soon.
All right.
Final words? No?
Crickets.
Okay, Airlines, United, Delta, go fuck yourselves, fix your shit.
Exactly. And Rangers are gonna. You better start rebuilding now.
Well, fuck them. They have to.
Oi!
November. Fuck them November.
Oi.
Catch you on the flip side,
All
guys.
right, later.
Bye.